Did you feel that? Oh, that had to hurt. Welcome to Two Chicks and a Goat. I'm Stacy, the host of your channel. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe, hit the bell below. So when I have some new content, you'll be notified. And you can hit thumbs up as well and leave comments. I want to answer some comments to people. Today, I'm going to be talking about the motorcycle. Some of the last few shows, I've actually had to boost it before I've gone out, so the battery's not like in the cold garage. I know I'm probably going to have to replace it, but I'm trying to hold out till summer. So what I'm going to do is install one of these guys. So we've had one around for a while now because we used to use it on Christiana's motorcycle when she had a bad battery years ago. Now we're going to use it on mine to get me through the winter, because every once in a while it's been a very beautiful day out there and I go to jump on the motorcycle and nothing. So I'm going to get this hooked up so that way we can go, because today it's +4 out. Yeah, there's probably 2 feet of snow out there. The roads are perfectly dry, but I'm telling you, I'd be in my gear and I'd be out on the road right now if this thing started up 2 minutes ago. So I'll show you how we install that. So let's get to it. First thing you have to make sure is you have the proper tools. So these units you can pick up anywhere on Amazon, Canadian Tire. I believe this is where we got this one. And they work quite well. You have to make sure that you have your battery cable hookup and then your quick connect, which I already have one of these on my bikes. If you looked at another video that I have where I hooked up a power source for my cameras and my cell phone. So that's already hooked up. I'm going to be hooking a second one. The link to that video will be below. So make sure you have your proper tools. You'll need your Allen wrench to take your seat off, and you'll need a small tool kit to be able to get your battery connections off. And you will need a beverage of your own choice. Mine is 40 Creek to get you through the episode. So grab a drink and join me. Let's get to the bike. So this is why I'm going to be changing this out. It's not the sound you want to hear when it's nice outside and you want to jump on your motorcycle. So it's not going totally dead on me, it's just not keeping enough charge for me to turn it over. Once I boost it, it seems to work for at least a week or so, but with the cold weather and sitting out here in the garage, it's probably dying every few days. So I'm going to boost it and put this charger on it just so I can get into the spring, and in the spring I'll probably get the battery tested, and knowing 100% I'm going to have to get another one, and I'll show you a video switching out the battery. But for right now, let's get this hooked up. First, let's get to our battery. So we will take our seat off. You have your 2 Allen key bolts, one on each side. If you have a cat garage, don't leave these around because they're an awesome toy. So once you have your 2 bolts out, lift the front of your seat up and gently pull out. No pun intended. And you have perfect exposure to your battery. So we're going to hook up our connections. You can see I already have one on here. This runs up under my fuel tank to my charger for my GoPros and my cell phone. So what I'm going to end up doing is, because my bike parks and the plugs are on this side, I'm going to run another unit, put it down, and have it hanging out the back here, so it's got easy accessibility for me. So right now what I'm going to do is take off my positive first, then my negative, and then I'll get the other wiring and we'll put it in there. Okay, got my handy dandy screwdriver, and take our positive off first. Make sure your bike is off. Don't want to spark anything out by accident. Okay. Now I have my other wiring unit, which I'm going to bring down and out so it just barely sticks out below. Not easier than it sounds. Just below my seat. So this way I can grab it. I will tuck this unit down into here. I already checked my fuses in there, so I'm now going to double up my negative. Tighten that up. And now my positive. Put these two guys together. My positive cable down. Make sure they're snug and nice. My fuse is already in there. I already checked it that it's good to go. I'll tuck my wires in out of the way. This gives me some slack to pull this up. But that was a simple install. Hooked up nice and neat on our battery. So what I'm going to end up doing now is I will hook it into the wall unit and plug it into the bike. Let our battery charge up for the winter. Well, for a few days. And then the next nice day, I should be able to just start her up and head out. So it's a simple thing, easy for you to do at home. So you can pick these units up. Canadian Tire for like about $36. On Amazon, $24, $25. It's a simple little thing. We've had one around for quite a while with the two different bikes. Use them quite often. I think Christiana's bike still has her connection onto it, but it's a brand new battery in that bike, so we don't have an issue with it. This one's the original battery for this motorcycle, so it's starting to go on it with the cold back by the door here. You can see some of the snow coming in from the side. But literally we have probably about 2 feet of snow out there right now, but the roads are perfectly clear. It's a beautiful day. It's +4, so what's that, 28 I think outside. So I definitely would have took this for a ride if she would have started up on me. So let's get this seat back on, get this hooked up, and they'll be ready to go. This small break was brought to you by 40 Creek. I have to keep ducking down, or otherwise you're going to just see, you know, from the head down. You got to see some pretty. Not just the belly. Some pretty. Okay, so for your seat, these things are always a pain in the butt to get in. You have to make sure you slide the back in first so it hooks in. Give it a lift up in the back. If it comes up, you didn't get that back slid in. I'm a pro at it now from dealing with my fuel pump. Okay. Put in your Allen bolt. Squeaky, squeaky. So, simple fix. Cable's accessible. Here, let me move you, just in case. Cable's accessible right here, nice and tucked in, won't get caught on anything. In the summer, I'll put it tucked in right in behind the battery because I won't need it. But it's right in here. Let me grab our charger and we'll get it hooked up. Okay, so got it plugged into the wall now. So I've got our male end, I guess you would call it. I don't know, female end. Take your cap off. And hook her in. And you're ready to rock and roll. Make sure she's nice and tight. These units come with a lot of cable, which is awesome. So I've managed to plug it in on the wall back there. So I'll leave it alone, let it charge. It'll show me on the unit a green light because it will stop charging once we're good. And then I know I can start this baby up and go for a ride. That's what you want to see right there. So it took about 2 minutes, no, 10 minutes or so to get that switched out. So which isn't that bad. Needed 3 tools, Phillips screwdriver, Allen wrench, and a whiskey. You might need a beer, depends on what you need. But it was a simple thing, you'd be able to do it at home easily. It's recommended. I mean, this way your batteries don't die and go bad with the cold. Like in my garage, my old place had heat. I was really never worried about it. This place does not. It's not insulated the best. I'm out here a lot, so I've got a little heater going once in a while, but it's just it's a little bit harder on the batteries. Also, I've never ridden the bikes in the winter before. This is the first year we've actually had the chance to go out. Like I said earlier, it's 2 or so foot of snow out there, but the roads are dry. It's beautiful. It's +4. It's supposed to be better tomorrow. So maybe if this is all nice and charged up, the next video will be us cruising around, you know, February 21st with snow all around. Maybe I'll lose my white bike out there. So, we'll see you on the road. Talk to you later. Cheers.